Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Spacemickey here. Today guys, I'm here to teach you guys how you guys can make your own PvP texture pack by mixing texture packs together. Keep in mind that I do not do anything from scratch in this video, so I'm not taking full credit for this texture pack, and this texture pack will not be released that I am creating for you guys using in the tutorial because it will have some copyrighted things in it. So first things first, what you want to do is you want to grab a texture pack that you like or want and make a folder on your desktop how to make a texture pack with my tutorial. And what you want to do is you want to drag that texture pack in here. What you want to do first is you want to extract it. Make sure you have a RAR file or something along those sorts so you can extract this, because you want to extract this file here and make sure everything's good. It will take a bit, so be patient with it because it does take a bit to create. So let's just wait here. I'm gonna look at the percentage here. And percent, alright. Next thing is you go to Assets, Minecraft, Textures. So this is the folder you're mainly gonna be messing with. Now I'll go into MC Patcher later. The achievement, I believe you can just edit what the achievement looks like. I guess I don't really know what that is. Actually, I don't really know. So yeah, but what you want to do is as soon as you get this file, I'm gonna touch on what pack is. So pack is basically the picture. So if you want to know how to change the picture that you use on the pack folder, like on the pack folder, what it says, this is how you do it. You just put your picture in there. For example, if I wanted my picture, I would drag it in there. Then what I would do is I would just rename it pack and then replace this one and delete it. Next thing you want to do is we are now going to go over to the folders. So you go to Assets, and then you want to go inside Minecraft, and you want to look at Textures. This is the big one. If there's any other folders in here, just ignore them. There's really nothing important in them. But the really two big things are MC Patcher and Textures. I don't really know what that does. So you go inside Textures, and this is the main folder you're going to be messing with here. These little textures and all that good stuff. So basically, I'm going to go on this side. I'm going to open it up like that. So I have my stuff here. What you want to do is you want to go blocks. These are all the blocks. So I'm going over each folder. That stuff what it has. This is the blocks. So these are all the blocks that are going to be used in your pack. Looks like he made an error with these. I don't know if these are actually supposed to be in here. I guess they might be. I don't know. I wouldn't think these would be in here, but I guess they are. So this is basically all the blocks that are in the texture pack that is being used. These are just all the textures of the blocks. Next thing we're gonna go over is we're gonna go over the color map. I don't really know what this does. I guess this is kind of like a shading or something to it, but these are kind of like your shades, I guess. I don't really know what it does if you edit them. Entity is all your mobs. If you go in these folders, of course, there is multiple types of mobs. There's multiple types of them, so you can have those. And you also have a beacon beam, so you know what the beacon beam looks like. You can edit all this stuff. This is kind of just what the blocks look like. Then you have the environment, which is like the sky, the sun, the stars, such and stuff like that. And then you have your font, which is the font that you use inside your game when you're typing, or what you see. This is just really the font. Then you have the GUI with the widgets, like with the widgets. So you see your little widget there, that would be in game over this, and these are kind of like your widgets. And these are where you can edit your hearts, your XP bar, your armor, and all that good stuff. And you can also edit what the network is, the network colors, if you'd like. And then this is just kind of like what the achievement backgrounds look like and what the icons look like, and this is what it looks like when you're inside the container. And this is where also you can edit your inventory too. If you want to edit your inventory, this is how you do it. You go here and you basically just add a picture over that or something like that, which actually I may be adding that to my texture pack. I might put, instead of this picture right here, I'll add my like player. And what I'll do is I'll write like Spacemickey's custom texture pack or something and add like a purple hue to it. I think that would look really cool. I don't know. You can see what creative looks like for you. As you can see, select, unselect, all that good stuff. And you also have, okay, let's get back. Alright, then you have items. So now you have items, which these are all the items in the texture pack that you're using. So these are what all the swords are going to look like. Why do you put widgets in here? That's really stupid. There's spawn egg textures, there's potion overlays, stuff like that. Blaze powder, which is animated. So this is how you animate stuff. You kind of add like a little, like you go down a line with different types of blaze powders, and then you add a That's pretty much it. And then you add a map, which is the map. Not too hard to explain. Then you have miscellaneous, which this is where people can add their like enchantment glint, what the underwater looks like, what the unknown pack looks like, what the pumpkin blur is, stuff like that. Also, you have models. Now, models is not where you edit what your armor looks like on. Well, I mean, models is where you edit what the armor looks like on your character. Items is not where you edit it. So, for example, if we find iron legs, this is not what the armor is going to look like in your pack unless you edit the models, because the models is what's going to make the armor look like on your character. So yeah, so you can see it's diamond is red in this pack. Next thing is the paintings. So as you can see, the paintings are just default paintings, which look pretty cool. So those are the paintings there. Next thing you have is particles. These are the particles. You have a footprint, which oh yeah, these are footprints. So basically, if you're in game, there's a feature like in UHC, I believe, which is footprints. I guess this is where you edit the footprints, or it's like a feature on servers now, footprints. And then you also have particles, which have our crit particles, our sharpness particles, and your like potion particles, which look really cool. And that's really it on basically all the textures. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to edit the textures for yourself and make them to your own liking, or just recolor them. So for example, let's go to items here. Let's look at the diamond sword. So pretend I wanted this to be diamond. You need paint.net or Photoshop. I use Photoshop. Photoshop's a lot easier to use for me, so I'm just going to use Photoshop here. I'm going to open it up. So you can see it's 512 by 512. So as you can see, you have your diamond sword here. What you want to do is you want to select the whole diamond sword like this with your selector tool right here, the rectangle marquee tool. That's what you want to do. And you want to go to image, adjustments, hue and saturation, and you can edit it to be any color you want, which can look really cool. I like purple. Purple's kind of a cool look to it, I guess. Let's try to get a cool like dark purple. That looks really cool actually. So that's how I want it. So I'm gonna hit OK, and there you go. Or what you could also do is you can just go to image. Since this is kind of one of these items where you don't have to select an area, you can just do image, adjustments, and you can really just do hue and saturation, and you can edit it like this too, and it won't affect it at all. So you can do both ways. It just depends on really what you want to do with your pack that you create yourself. Alright, so I'm going to X out of this here. So basically, what you want to do is make sure that you have all these 3 folders. Now I forgot to mention this. So once you extract your pack, you want to go into assets, of course, but make sure you have these 3 files: pack, pack.mc meta, and assets. If you don't have these 2 folders here, you won't have your pack. You won't have your texture pack show up in the menu, so you want to make sure you don't forget those. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to edit animated blocks. So if you want to change fire color, stuff like that, make it rainbow, stuff like those things, then I'll teach you how to edit that. So basically, you have fire. This texture pack is a PvP pack with low fire, so I'm going to teach you guys how you guys can edit this low fire to your liking. So basically, what you want to do is you want to grab your zoom in tool and you want to zoom in, because you're going to want to edit these fires individually. Make sure you use the hand to scroll up, or else you'll move the fire and you'll mess it up. So what you want to do is you just go like this. So you select the area, you go to image, adjustments, hue and saturation, you make it red. You know, you just keep going down the list and you keep doing the same exact thing over and over again. So I have red fire, then I'm going to add, let's add a cool purple fire. This fire actually does not look that cool in my opinion, so I'm not a big fan of this fire, but you know, we'll see how it works. Alright, let's try to add a cool little green to it, and you know, you just keep going down and down the list. It does take a while, so what I recommend doing is just copying and pasting fire and then putting it over these. That's what I did with my ender pearl that I have in my pack, so you know, I'm not going to save that. But yeah, this is all the blocks. All you really do to edit something in your pack. So for example, here I'm gonna go I'm gonna use this pack that I did for a recording I tried to get earlier. You go to assets, Minecraft, textures. What you want to do is you want to go to paintings or whatever you want to edit. So these paintings look really cool. I'm gonna add these to my texture pack actually later, because these actually look really cool. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to items, or actually no, blocks, because right now we're editing the blocks. So we're gonna go to blocks here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a block. So I'm going to grab a couple of blocks. You drag it in. Boom, you're done. See, the bed's fully edited. it should work in your game. That's pretty much how you change stuff in your pack. It's really just a system of really dragging and like covering, like literally replacing. It's not that hard to do. It's pretty easy once you get used to it. So for example, if I wanted a Huawei bow instead of the bow this guy had, I'll just drag these Huawei bows in there, and boom, there you go. You have a Huawei bow, you know, in this texture pack. And you have bowls, and you can edit all this stuff in your pack, and good stuff. The one thing that I want to keep you guys in mind is that if you're gonna want something that is animated in your pack, make sure you drag the full, like the PNG and the MC meta that goes with it, because it needs the MC meta to actually animate and be able to animate. So it really does need that. So next thing you want to go to is GUI here. So if you want to edit the GUI, I'm going to teach you guys how to edit the hearts here, because I think you guys want to know how to edit your hearts to make them, you know, a lot better, different colors and stuff like that. If you want to change your hearts and armor and stuff like that, all you have to do is really easy, just drag and replace these. Well, basically what you want to do here is you want to select what you want. So as you can see, this is the reticle in the pack. It looks like this is where the reticle will show up, I believe. So you know, if you want to edit that. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab this. I'm going to select the hearts. These hearts are really the only ones you need to select. These two don't really matter right now. What you do is you're going to go to Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and you can change the saturation of them and hue and stuff like that, which looks pretty cool. I kind of like these textures. These textures look pretty cool. I hate this, like the way he did it, but I'm not going to be using this pack anyway. So basically what you do is you scroll over with the armor. You have to be kind of careful not to run into the water items, the water. So you have to be careful about that. But, you know, once you select it, you know, and you get it right, I mean, it works perfectly. So there you go. You have that, and then you can edit the hardcore hearts, which I don't do on my pack. So but you can if you'd like. It's pretty cool. It does the same effects still, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm gonna add those in there, and you can edit what the end bar looks like too. If you want to make it green, for example, or dark purple, you know, you can do that in your pack. So you can do that. Make sure you save this number though, because if you want something to match, you got to use the same hue every time that you do it. So you want to select something with your. Here, I'm going to teach you guys how to recolor. So basically, you select something with your marquee tool. I'm going to select just this little part here. You're going to go to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to X that out, and I'm going to copy and paste it. Boom, you have the same colors last time, which is really cool. So now you want to select the whole thing like this, and basically all you do, go here, Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and basically all you do now is you do that, and boom, you have yourself a green Ender Dragon fighting bar. There's a little purple down here, but I think that's going to be a little hard to see, but I'll still try to edit that. I'm going to use my brains here. I'm going to try to select that. It's kind of hard to select some things. You can actually custom select it yourself by using the lasso tool or something if you really wanted to, but I don't really think it really matters. Honestly, I think it'll work just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to save this, because I'm not going to really edit this that much. But here's your container where you can see what strength looks like, all that good stuff. This is where you see everything and what it looks like on your texture pack here. And also you have your generic like chests, and you have crafting tables and furnaces, stuff like that, which is actually pretty cool, which I really like about that. And also you have the enchantment table menu that you may edit yourself and stuff like that. And also you can change the background of the texture pack if you add a background folder, I believe, and you add panoramas to it in here. You can have a cool background. That's the default Mojang logo, and this is the Minecraft logo right there. And also you can edit the items, you can recolor them, you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to teach you guys right now how to edit the apple. With some texture packs, which texture pack was it? It was Voftables. Alright, so this apple, I'm telling you guys right now, this apple is extremely hard to recolor. If you want this apple in your pack, you have to pretty much be pretty skilled with the lasso tool to get this right. Basically, because when you select this area, so first of all, when you recolor, so if we go to Edit, Adjustments, Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, look, the leaf changes colors. Unless you're fine with the leaf changing colors, I recommend you change it. So basically, that's what my purple apple looks like. What I had to do now to get this right is you have to click on this. Ready? And you gotta, okay, ready? Ready for this? What you want to do is you want to hold this down, I believe. Yeah, and you go around the apple. Very slowly, but nice and slow. Slow and surely wins the race, but you can cut in the apple if you want to. Out here, you can just go all around. Doesn't really matter where you go, because it's still going to slit the apple, but it's transparent out there, so it doesn't really matter. What you want to do is you want to cut in, back to the apple, and boom, you have your leaf ready all there. I think I did a pretty good job, honestly. It just went a lot longer. What you want to do is you can recolor the apple leaf back to green, and boom, you hit that, and then down here, you can add that too if you'd like, but it's really hard to see for people who are looking at the apple inside your texture pack. It's actually really hard to see, so I wouldn't be too bothered by it if you have a little space of it there and all that good stuff. And particles, I guess you can hit the particles here too by like a highlight. Like if you want different particles, what you could do is you could just like put them in the right spot. Now it's really difficult to do that. We have to put them like in the exact same spot as the particles that were there before if you want to replace particles. So like if you marquee tool, actually no, I'm gonna teach you guys how to move particles from one pack to another. So I'm gonna open with Adobe Photoshop. I'm gonna go back here with this pack that this one. I'm gonna go back to particles. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna use open with Adobe Photoshop. And what you want to do now is if you want to do this, you grab your marquee tool. And what you do is you highlight these like that, and what you do is right click, layer via copy. And now what you can do is you can move these around, move them over here. Make sure they're the same size though as those. Well, what you can also do is if they don't work, you could transform and you can scale it. Paint.net, I'm not sure how to do it, but I know you can do it. So basically you just kind of scale these down here, and you kind of just try to put them in the right spot. I think about right here can do it, right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure those things do not touch. I'm going to try to get a good spot for it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that transformation. Then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to layer 0. I'm going to select this area with the two other crick particles. Then I'm going to use my eraser. I'm going to make sure it's kind of bigger for this so I can, you know, and all you do is you erase those crit particles, and then basically now you have yourself your new crit particles. Make sure these things are not touching. I think they're not touching. Yeah, they're not touching, so I think it should be fine. I'm not going to save these though, because I'm not going to edit these, but that's really how you do everything in your texture pack. Okay, so now let's talk about MC Patcher, because MC Patcher, I told you guys I'm going to bring that up. So if you want really good custom skies and stuff, you need MC Patcher, of course, like custom skies and stuff like that. So basically, what you have to do is all you do is if you want a sky that uses MC Patcher, all you have to do is go into the texture packs. So for example, this texture pack, if I wanted to change the sky to a texture pack like his texture pack, I guess, yeah, this texture pack. You go to Minecraft, you go to MC Patcher, go to Sky, and World 0. What you want to do here is you want to do that. You grab your clouds, you go all the way down, and you drag that in there. I'm not going to do it, but you drag it and you replace all of them. And here's a nice tip for you guys if you guys want to do it right. You drag down, it's going to ask you to replace something. So it's not the same source and destination files. Oh, they are. Oh, okay. So these, so I'll use this pack then, because this pack does have a custom sky. So I'm going to use this one, Sky, World 0. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag down. I'm going to copy it all there, and you do it for the next 10 conflicts. And then boom, those are your conflicts, and now do you have your new custom sky. So that's pretty much it on how to make your own texture pack and mix texture packs together. It's not really that difficult to do. It probably will take you a couple hours. And I recommend that you do have a texture packs folder on your desktop for all the texture packs with stuff that you want in them. And make sure you grab those things by extracting the RARs. Make sure you also have WinRAR or 7-zip to do this. I recommend WinRAR because most or like a program that can extract RARs. That's pretty much all you need to do. So basically, that's really it, guys. hopefully this guys helped you out. If you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll do my best to help you out. I'll do my best to help you with any questions you may have. So if you have any questions, make sure to comment them down below, or if you have any issues. All you do, it's really just kind of like a drag. It's not really that hard to mix texture packs and all that stuff. But this was just for educational purposes only. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let's go for 10 likes on this video. I know it's a lot to ask, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all later, and all that good stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Also, guys, I didn't make a video Monday. I didn't have a video prepared because I was busy Monday morning, and I didn't want to stay up late getting a video ready, even though I should have done it earlier, but I kind of just didn't feel like it. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you all later, and peace out!